I, 32 male, Owen, work as a logistics coordinator at a mid-sized food distribution company called Frostline Fresh. I've been there for 5 years, long enough to know everyone's coffee order, birthday, and which of the warehouse guys sneaks in extra donuts during third shift. I'm generally well-liked. I don't gossip, I pull my weight, and I've even covered double shifts when someone's kid was sick. So imagine my shock when, last Friday, my so-called team decided the best way to celebrate Fun Friday was to lock me inside a walk-in industrial freezer for over an hour. So let me start at the beginning. Our office has this weird tradition started by our now-retired manager, Gary. Every last Friday of the month is Fun Friday, a day where people wear silly hats, bring in baked goods, and sometimes do goofy team-building games. Harmless stuff. Last month, we did a Guess the Baby photo slideshow. The month before, someone brought in a karaoke machine. Nothing too wild. This month, however, the planning committee, a rotating group of volunteers, was led by Chloe, our bubbly but occasionally tone-deaf HR liaison, Derek, the warehouse supervisor with a dry sense of humor, Maya, the office manager who's usually the voice of reason, and Raphael, the IT guy who's always tinkering with gadgets and drones. I wasn't on the committee, but I'd offered to help set up chairs. Around 2:30 p.m., Chloe came over to my desk with that look, the one that says, "We have a surprise, and you're going to love it." She said they'd planned a trust exercise and needed me to test it out because I'm the most level-headed person here. Skeptical but trusting, I followed her to the loading bay, where the walk-in freezer unit sits. It's a massive industrial unit, kept at -10 degrees Fahrenheit, used for storing frozen seafood before shipment. There's a safety protocol. 2 people must be present to enter, and the door has an internal release lever. Everyone knows this. It's posted in bold red letters on the door. Chloe said, "Okay, Owen, just step inside for a sec. We're testing the new emergency light system Raphael rigged up. Should only take a minute." I hesitated. "You sure? That thing's brutal." "Oh, come on." Derek chimed in, clapping me on the back. "Don't be such a wuss. Maya's timing it. 30 seconds, tops." Maya nodded, holding up her phone. "Yep, and I've got the door." Reluctantly, I stepped in. The cold hit me like a slap. I turned around immediately and heard the heavy thunk of the door closing. Then nothing. I waited. 10 seconds. 20. "Guys," I called out, my voice muffled by the insulation. Silence. I reached for the internal release lever, and it didn't budge. I yanked harder. Still nothing. Panic started to bubble in my chest. "Hello," I shouted, pounding on the metal door. From outside, I heard laughter. Then Chloe's voice. "Okay, Owen, you're doing great. Just keep trusting the process." "What the hell?" I yelled. "Open the damn door." More laughter. Someone, sounded like Raphael, said, "Relax, man. It's just a prank. We'll let you out in, like, 5 minutes." 5 minutes turned into 10, then 20. My fingers went numb. My teeth chattered so hard I thought I'd crack a molar. I tried calling my phone, but of course, I'd left it on my desk. And the freezer had no signal anyway. At the 45-minute mark, I was slumped against the wall, shivering uncontrollably, convinced I was going to die in a seafood freezer over a stupid office prank. My vision started to blur. That's when Lena, the night shift forklift operator who'd just arrived early, heard my faint banging. She found me nearly unconscious, frost forming on my eyelashes. She called 911. Paramedics showed up, wrapped me in thermal blankets, and took me to the ER for mild hypothermia. I missed the rest of the work week. My doctor said another 20 minutes in there could have led to organ damage. Now, here's where it gets messy. When I got back to work Monday, I expected apologies. Instead, I got defensiveness. Chloe cried and said, "We didn't think it would go that far. We were just trying to lighten the mood." Derek shrugged and said, "Dude, it was a joke. You're acting like we tried to kill you." Maya, who I trusted, said, "Honestly, Owen, you should have known we'd never actually leave you in there that long. You overreacted." Raphael? He had the audacity to say, "The internal release was jammed on purpose. It was part of the challenge. You were supposed to figure it out." I couldn't believe it. Not one of them seemed to grasp how dangerous this was. So I went to corporate HR and filed a formal complaint. I included the ER report, Lena's witness statement, and even security footage, which Raphael had accidentally deleted, but IT recovered it. Yesterday, I found out all 4 of them received written warnings and mandatory safety retraining. Chloe's been removed from any future Fun Friday planning. Derek's been suspended for a week without pay. Maya and Raphael got final warnings on their records. Now the entire office is split. Half think I ruined the vibe and can't take a joke. The other half say I did the right thing. But the worst part? These people were my friends. We had lunch together. We celebrated promotions. And they thought it was funny to lock me in a freezer like I was some cartoon character. So should I reporting them? Should I have just laughed it off? Or was this genuinely messed up?